Alright, so today we're checking out Rangers Cup game. Sorry I got to it so late. I woke up at like 2. But anyway, let's just get into this.
Justice will be done.
We got the voice chat glitch.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Why the fuck can't I hear your voice?
Reinhard, don't you think it's time you hung it up? You're not
Kinda
getting
weird.
any younger.
Oh whoa, your wheel is kinda weird, not gonna lie.
To my last breath.
Alright, so this is our comp. Rein Vod, Mayash, Moira, Mercy. Yeah, it's not a bad comp, honestly, to pick Rein into. You could have played, like, maybe Orisa instead, just to have your Hog have pull hook. But Rein's perfectly fine here. It's so weird how I can't hear your voice.
2, 1. Attack commencing.
And we go out right door. That's pretty good. Going out main, just you get unnecessary pokes that you don't actually have to take. So good job on that. We're shielding, we're shielding. So like one big thing about Rein is like you're the tank, right? You have this big ass shield that defends people, right? So if a ball comes into your backline, right, you don't really need to turn around and kill him. You just have to rely on your team, honestly, to kill him. So, like, instead of turning around like you just did and swinging at the ball, I don't know where your Ashe was, but wherever she is, oh well. If she was behind you and she got picked, you could have stopped that pick just by holding your shield and you would have been up 1. That's just depending on where your Ashe is at, though. But honestly, I mean, swinging at him isn't a bad idea either. It's just me being picky. Nice job peeking and throwing Fire Strike. Nice job conserving shield. Swing on that bitch. Alright, so we're kind of just standing here getting poked down, which is kind of what they want to do. They just want to poke you from range, and that's what you're letting them do, right? So, like, you came in and you went left. You didn't chase the Brig and kill her, which it's not a bad idea, but you easily could have chased her and got that kill, right? But, like, you went in, you came out, you went over here. Like, just pick a way to go as Rein, right? Pathing is, like, a super big thing on Reinhardt. Or, not even just Reinhardt, just any main tank. It's just your pathing, right? So, like, you have to be decisive with your decisions, right? You can't just, like, dilly-dally in the choke, back, forth, you know, just, like, either go left, go middle, go right, just pick a way and go, right? You don't need to just stand here and take poke. Good job shield hopping, it's pretty good so far. They're playing kind of a weird comp, and you're Reinhardt, so honestly, you should just be pressing W into them. Good Fire Strike. Nice job shielding when you're low. Nice job backing off, too.
Diva.
Oh, now I can hear you. What the hell? Good job calling the Diva. You can chase that. Your Hog gets you. You should be shielding Mercy when she reses.
Charge and shield.
Nice job calling that to your team. I don't know why I can hear you now, but not earlier. Okay, one big thing about charge, right? So something to keep in mind is you don't have to just try to make a play with charge, right? Like, I would charge somebody you know you can charge, right? So like say this is the wall right here, right? And there's somebody standing right here, right? You know you can get that pin. So you might as well just pin them, right? But just pinning after this ball, it doesn't guarantee you pin the ball, and now you're behind your team and your team is no main tank. So with charge, always make sure you can actually pin somebody. It was a good effort, but you know, happens. Alt. Exactly, perfect job. You knew you could pin the Hanzo, and you pinned him into a wall. That's perfect. Let's go back here just a second. Let's pin on the Hanzo. And then we're instantly shielding. What are we shielding though? Like, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told Vix, right? It's kind of the same for Ryan and Sigma, right? If you're shielding, there needs to be a purpose to the shield, right? So like, why are we shielding here? Ball's not shooting at it. Brig's not, she can't even hit the goddamn thing. So why are we shielding, right? There's no need to shield. Brig will hit through your shield, so even if you're shielding because you're low, I mean, you're not even that low and you still have armor. Like swing! Yes, swing! Yes. Be more aggressive. Nice. So, this is kind of the same thing as earlier. Like, instead of focusing on the ball, you should be shielding. You should be shielding over here, right? You should be just putting your shield right in that choke over there, instead of turning around. Your team can deal with this. That's kind of the sad thing about Reinhardt. It's like you can make big plays on him, but like you gotta remember your job. So, yeah. Nice pin. See, look, you went for it. It was a little risky because he could have avoided it, but you knew you could pin him into a wall. Perfect. This is unfortunate. I'm gonna let this play out. Okay, so let's go back. Right? We know Diva Bomb's behind us. We shield Diva Bomb. We lose a shit ton of our shield HP, right? We should just, right now, we should just drop shield and play behind this corner right here. These people can't hit you, and they can't break this. So you might as well just stand here. Then he dragons. Imagine if you were behind this corner right now, you wouldn't have got hit by this dragon. Then he high noons, and you have no shield. If you played behind this corner and dropped your shield, you could have had shield to engage with. They would have wasted dragons. You could have pushed out and shielded the high noon. Shield management's huge on Reinhardt. And that's like a small way to keep your shield up, right? If you lose, especially like if you lose one, right? You're already down one, so it's 5v6. So you might as well just back up and wait for them to respawn, right? And you could just held your shield right here. You didn't even have to hold it. You could just put it down and let it charge, right? Oh, we get res though. Do we shatter here? That was an easy shatter you should have done. Like, you don't have to get these big flashy shatters either. Getting one in a shatter is huge enough, right? Nice shatter. Oh, you're hog booping now. That sucks. Swing! Swing! Swing, 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 swing. Okay, that's unfortunate, but hey, you didn't get killed from the front, right? You got killed from the back. Also, this wouldn't happen in team play. Keep that in mind. Like, your healers will support you if you start swinging.
They're still fighting me yet.
Nice pin! See, look, those are the kind of pins you just gotta take sometimes, right? The Narnia pins, and it paid off. That's huge. Nice shield. See, look at that. Did you see what you just did? You played behind the corner for like 1 second. Your shield got like extra 100 HP, and then you start swinging. Look, it's maxed out now. Remember your job. Your job is to shield main while your team kills these people behind you, right? That Kree is just laying damage in you guys right now that he wouldn't be able to if you were actually shielding the choke. This is fine though. I mean, you guys aren't going to take that much poke, but just shielding main can stop your team from dying a lot and taking unnecessary poke. Nice call. Don't chase. It's not a bad play. Put your shield in. Yeah. You know, call that to your team right now. My shield's low. I'm play behind cover, right? It's like, why are we shielding here? Like, I understand this poke, but where the hell is the cart? The cart is at least a little bit behind you, right? So you could just play right here, right? Put your shield down. Tell your team, hey, you know, play cover. I'm recharging shield, or play behind payload, right? And you can get your shield back up. But we're just taking poke on our shield that's already won, and it's gonna break here in a second.
Charging my shield.
You call it. You just call it late. Don't chase this Hanzo, please.
Hanzo
Perfect.
back left.
Nice call. So notice where you are, right? You're behind your entire team, which is where you don't want to be as Reinhardt, right? You should be up in front of your team, right? Calling this Hanzo is perfectly fine, right? Just don't chase him, right? But you should definitely be with your team right now, 100%. The Narnia pin, dude. Your pins are kind of good, I'm not gonna lie. Fire strike's fine. Swinging is fine here. Yep, remember your job. You're staying on main. You're covering all that damage coming in.
LOS.
Perfect. Perfect call. LOS it. You don't even have to shield it. You can just play behind payload.
Stay behind cart.
Yes. Perfect. Now's the time to swing, right?
Break.
You guys have already won the fight. You should just be going in swinging. That's unfortunate. See, like, this is backwards, right? You have full shield and you're swinging on a ball, right? When your team's taking a lot of poke from main. So instead of just sitting on cart here, you could be up here shielding all this damage your team's taking, and then your team can deal with ball. Like, this ball is your team's job to deal with, right? It is not your job. Your job is to stay main and make sure the enemy cannot push your team while the ball distracts your entire team, right? Nice shield. Now don't put the shield up at all. It's low. You gotta get it recharged. You gotta call it to your team right away. You know, shields. I'm charging shield. You should play behind cover. And get in front of your team as well. Nice pin. Oh, the hog. See, like right there, that's a time to shield, right? Actually, never mind. Forget what I said. You played that perfectly. But like, oh man, I'm harping on too much. But like again, like your team is in front of you. Like there's one in here as well, and you're behind them, right? You should be in front of your team every fight, every fight. Good effort on the pin. That could be a fatty shatty. So like those 4 seconds, you could have got an extra like 600 shield health off, right? But like you were shielding behind a wall behind you, right? Why not just drop your shield and let it recharge? Now's the time to back out. You're down too many and you shouldn't take this fight. Out. We need to get out. We're in like a 2v6. And we die? Yes. I just would have kept shield up, honestly. Did he get res? Yes. Ignore. Your team needs to deal with this, right? You are a main tank. You need to be in front of your team. I know it's comp as well, so it's kind of hard to trust your teammates, right? But you just gotta trust them, right? Otherwise, you're gonna end up playing your role wrong and get used to playing your role wrong. And we should not. Swing on that bitch. Yes. Ignore the ball. That's kind of like the same thing at first. I mean, your Ash was out of position anyways, but like, you've been here this entire time and your Mei pushed up and your Ash pushed up. Like, just imagine if you were in front of them, right? Your Mei would have still died to probably mines, but your Ash might have still lived.
Good group up. I can't use my shatter because we're never grouped up.
That's fair. You say that, but then you lose one and you're still here, right? This is actually what you need to say, right? It's back up, like you gotta. What do I try to say? It's like you need to make it urgent, right? Like just saying we need to back up. I can't shatter, right? You just need to be like, we need to back up, right? You like raise your voice a little bit. Just be like, we need to back up, back up. Just keep saying it until your team backs the fuck up, right? Saying it once probably won't get through to any of them. And yeah, we say that and we're still in the fight. Nice shatter. What the fuck? How did he not get shattered? Shielding. Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. Why did we use Blizzard? Ah, this game is hurting my eyes. We're ready to fight. Somewhat. Actually, no, you guys are still down one. So right now, since you're like the only one calming, right? I don't know how many people are in the voice chat. But you need to say, we're down one, we need to regroup, right? We're not taking 5v6s. If we take 5v6s, we just lose. Every single time. We'll lose every single time. Unless one of your DPS pops off. Or you pop off. Or your tank pops off. Or any of you guys pop off. Once again, like, we're down now, what, 2? And they're down 1? So we just say we're down 2, right? Or we're up none, or something like that, right? Especially taking a fight with Brig Rally, right? You can just wait this all out. If they use it, you just back up, right? They waste that ult, the entire ult. Yes, it'll drain your clock, right? But then you don't take a fight that you're probably going to lose, right? But instead we just go in here and lose a lost fight already. Shielding. Like right now you should be shielding. Like right now you should be shield hopping backwards, right? Shield. I'm pretty sure you know what shield hopping is. It's where you put your shield up and then drop it and then put your shield back up while you're walking forward or walking backwards. Decent pin. But like, why are we going in here, right? We're down like our entire team. Like, they're still coming back from spawn. We should just be backing up here.
This is not over.
And like your team should, like you should be saying in comms, you know, back up. We still have a fight left. Your Ryan's walking, right? But we don't say that, but I mean, yeah. Like, I'm not saying it's your fault for not calling that, right? I'm just saying it's better to call that than to not call it at all and have nobody listen, right? Honestly, it's your team's fault for not just recognizing that they're down main tank, but you calling that helps them recognize that, right? Probably didn't need to charge there. That's unfortunate. Do we lose this round? Yeah, we just lose.
2-0. Switching sides.
You guys do a pretty good defense, though, apparently. 11-minute defense? It's probably a close-ass game. Getting something to drink real quick. And I was gonna do these VODs live, but I figured out how to just draw on the screen, so now it's like, do I even want to? Anyways. Also, like, one thing to think about, like, pre-game when you're picking your team comp is, like, don't pick the hero that, like, you always play on that map, right? Or, like, you feel like you just want to play, right? I mean, yeah, look, you can, right? But just, like, think about what your hero is doing in your team comp. Right? Pick a hero that helps your team get done what needs to get done, right? Not saying Ryan's not a good pick here, right? He's perfectly fine. But, like, maybe Orisa could be better. Just for fucking pull hook, pull dynamite. There's a lot of shit for Orisa.
Such a medieval view towards omnibus. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
I live for a good fight.
Four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming.
So why do we set up on the left side of statue here, right? Like, the only way to retreat is back this way, which gives them time, when you're rotating here, it gives them time to just push straight here and cut you off, right? So instead of playing here, just play right side, right? Because then you have access to the point, they have to flank to even get to you. They have to take this angle to even get to you, this angle. But if you play over here, they can get this angle and easily fuck you up. And if you're shielding over here, okay, this is getting confusing. If you're shielding over here, this angle becomes much harder to take, right? But if you're standing here, this angle is much easier to take. And if you're standing over here, they have to rotate over here. And if you're standing here, they get free access to the point. That's unfortunate, but if you were here, your Moira wouldn't have died. Big thing that I'm seeing is you're not in front of your team enough. So definitely start being in front of your team more. Like, that's unfortunate too, but if you wanted to play back, right? Calm your team, guys, let's play back here, right? Don't fucking go main, right? I want to hold point. Like right now, you guys should be saying, come point, come point, come point, right? So why do we start swinging there, right? We're not in swinging distance. We fire strike a diva who can just eat our fire strike. We have full shield. We should just be shielding here, right? Always be in front of your team. Big thing. You're behind your team again. You get res? No. You have sim. You guys should definitely be playing point. Don't worry about the ball. You played this much better than most of the engagements you had, right? You put your shield up. You got in front of your hog, even though he was backing up. You still got in front of him, right? And you're shielding him from this damage. That's huge. That's huge. Probably shouldn't have charged her. You could have just swung at her, yeah. But like, you still have a ton of shield left. Right now, we should be calling to our team. I'm gonna recharge shield, play cover, right, and just play right here, and charge up her shield because they can't see you, right? But then we let our shield get destroyed, and now we have to wait 4 seconds. Good res. Now you're up 1, right? They're down Reaper. That's huge for you, right? You can take this space from them, right? Like what are they going to do? They're going to do nothing. They have no Reaper. They can't stop you, right? Tell your team, let's push forward, right? Boom. Your whole team's pushing with you. Also, if you push forward, you would be in front of this window, and they wouldn't be able to poke you from it. Good job trying to LOS it behind the car, though. That's huge. Nice job shielding, knowing you shouldn't take that. Nice job swinging. Like, just clean up this fight. Just swing. Nice shield. That's unfortunate for your Reaper. Don't worry about ball. I don't know how you got that pin, but nice pin. Nice ult by your Reaper. Remember, front of your team. I think I'm harping on it too much, so I'm just gonna not say it anymore. Shout price.
Someone get the Ash on top.
Nice.
Anybody pressure
That's a good call, but who's gonna go get the Ash?
for her?
Your Hog can only hook her, really. Nice fucking play. You were low. I don't know if you meant to charge back to your team and accidentally pin the ball. Huge fucking play. You blocked the goddamn bomb. That's huge. Now we should be shielding, though. We're way too low. We just need a shield. And back this way, not walk that way. That was okay. I mean, sometimes you miss shatters. It happens. Everybody misses ultimates. I wouldn't have shattered when you're down, people, but that's fine. So, like, right now, at this very moment, right, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Vix, right? Ask yourself, should we take this fight right here? Should we take this, right? We have 1, 2, 3 people. We might have 4, right? They have 6, right? We're down 2. We shouldn't take this fight at all. So, like, always ask yourself, like, right, like, if we're up 1, that's 100% take that fight, right? If we're down 1, you can still take that fight, but you need ultimates to win. If you're down more than 1, you shouldn't take the fight. And that doesn't mean just let them get all this free space, right? That means you can hold right here, right? But just don't peek. There's no need to peek. Or you can hold back the next corner, right? Then this corner behind you. Your Moira just fed, and your Hog's feeding. Like right now, scream at your team and tell them to come back. If they call you toxic, fuck them. You're trying to win the goddamn game. Like, yell at your Hog. Tell him to come behind you. I mean, he knew, but anyways. Like, this is perfect what you're doing. You're not taking poke. You're fire checking around corners. It's huge. Shouldn't have charged. That charge is probably going to get you killed. Nope, you shield. Perfect. And you get healed. Perfect shield, Rager.
Heal me, please.
Don't say heal me, say heal Rein.
Thank you.
Like, if nobody calms in your games, like, especially on Reinhardt, you need to calm a lot because there's so many things that your team needs to know about you that they just maybe aren't paying attention to or just don't know, right? Like, again, you're down 1. Now you're equal. Now you're up 1. We're pressing W. We're pressing W into their fucking head, right? Fuck the break. She rallied on a lost fight. So let's remember this, right? We were down 1. Or they were down 1, right? But then they used ults so they can win this fight. So we just need to respect that, right? So like instead of playing this main open area, right? We could be playing more far forward and right behind this payload here. Or we could be playing this corner right here, right? And we could just LOS this battlefield all together. Also, that reminds me. So we were up 1 most of that fight, right? We should have just been in their fucking head, swinging on them, right? Rein does a shit ton of damage. Like, just tell your team, let's go in, and then you just start swinging. Nice pin. What the fuck? Nice pin. Like, get in front of him. In! Like, your hog's taking a lot of poke because you're not in front of him. That's a risky charge. Yeah, it gets you killed. You were already... I think you were down 2 people. 1, and then... No, you were down 1. So I would have just backed up, right? Because if you take that fight, you just lose.
Lost him again.
That's a good call. They have no shield for that. In case you didn't get anything anyways. Good charge. It's a good charge to get back. Nice. Perfect. Nice shot. You just ignored the ball altogether. Perfect. This Reaper is gonna kill you. Like shatter here. You just use an ult. That's huge. Oh, that's just unlucky. Moira didn't heal you with Cole. She's damaging. You're getting res, so it's huge. But like your team is using ults because they know they have to win this. Wait, what? She didn't get res? What the fuck? Wait, you didn't use shatter. It literally used the ult. Oh. By the way, a kind of techie thing with Reinhardt, you can charge through this, through TP, and you can press interact at the same time, and you'll charge out that way. So, you know, you could have got like a random pin just by doing that. Nice fire strike. You seem to have your fire strike down pretty good. You know, you play behind walls, and then you fire strike around the corner, right? Ooh, that's unfortunate. So, like, right now, ask yourself, should I take this fight, right? You're down 3 people. I would just give and back up. I mean, it's not a bad play. The shatter is a bad play, right? But, like, stalling for time is not a bad play.
Bitch.
And I would use ults if you're down 1 or 2. If you're down 3 and you're using ults, it could be a waste. It just depends on what value you get. And yeah, Brig is a bitch. That's unfortunate. Like right now, say, guy.
Hold that corner.
Perfect. It's like you heard me. Fucking perfect. Group up and hold a corner. I wouldn't just waste Fire Strike. Like, I would Fire Strike when you know you can hit somebody with Fire Strike, right? Just using the ability and getting nothing kind of sucks. So make sure you can actually hit somebody with it. Kind of same thing with charge. Like you just, it's kind of for like all abilities for all heroes. You want to use your abilities when you know you can hit somebody with it, right? If you're using it and you know you can't hit somebody with it, or there's nobody even close and you're just randomly using it, it's just a waste of the ability. We should be calling this Reaper. We should be saying Reaper no race because you use race. Good ult. They have no field. Okay, huge. Just walk forward. We don't need a shield. Like again, ask yourself what is my shield doing? If you're shielding and there's nothing going on and you're up people, you should not be shielding, right? If you're up a lot, especially, always just be swinging. Like there's no need to shield anymore. Unless you have a widow and she's alive, then maybe shield. But for the most part, you're not gonna need a shield when you're up like 5. Nice. And see, at least you tried to get the pin, right? Some Reins wouldn't even go for that pin. But at least you tried to get it.
60 seconds. Teleporter online.
Play right here. Always play behind corner, like play corners this run. Right? Don't let your team do this for you. You do it. Now she's rallying. Okay, they're using ults. Kind of the same. What the fuck was that? Kind of the same thing, right? We're not in front of our team. Good shield though. Nice try.
Surrender to my will. 30 seconds.
You can't really group. They're too close to the point. Nice charge on the point. You boop some of them off. Like in this time, you should just be swinging. There's no need to shield anymore. What the fuck happened? Like just swing. Especially in stall, I would just swing. Oh, huge Shatter Rager! You totally could have turned that fight.
Touch.
Nice call. Staying on point. You guys are winning? Holy fuck! You guys see 9, don't you? Wait, I thought I said loss. Like, this is the time where you need to be calling a target because nobody else is. Nobody's focusing on the same thing, right? So be calling the same target, especially in the stall times. This is huge. Rally. Yes, just keep swinging. Just keep swinging. Just keep swinging. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, huge. So we lost that because we didn't call target. What is this whole minute? It's just randomness. So a couple things to work on Rein, right? One big thing. I'm gonna write front. If I can fucking write. This means, stay in front of your team. Recognize your job as main tank, as Reinhardt, right? Your job is to shield main and protect your team, right? So, if there's people behind you, you just have to trust your team to kill them or deal with them, right? Because your job is not to do that, right? You need to stay in front of your team. That's a big thing you need to start doing, is just staying in front of your team more. 2... Your fire checks are pretty good. The charge, 100%. Only charge if you know you can get a charge kill, right? Also, you can use charge to get back to your team quickly if you're getting low. I mean, it's not the best option because you can be killed during charge, but only charge if you know you can get a charge. If you know you can get a pin, right? If you can't, then you might as well not use it, right? Third thing, shield. I'm just gonna give you 3 things to work on. Did I use full shield? I hope so. Your shield management. It's something huge on Reinhardt, right? So just, if your shield's low, right, just call to your team instantly. I'm dropping, like, shield's down, I'm recharging shield, right? Or just play cover, I'm recharging shield. Right? That lets your team know you're charging shield and they need to play behind cover, right? Don't just shield when your shield's low, right? Because it's just gonna die and you have to wait 4 seconds to use it, right? So you might as well just play behind a corner or find some way to not use your shield. Usually behind cover is perfectly fine. And let it recharge up to about 800 to 1,000, right? And then use it. Your shatters were pretty decent. I mean, just don't shatter on lost fights. And if they have a shield, make sure to wait for the shield to either be down or for them not to be in the way of your shatter. And I think that's it, honestly. So yeah, there's those 3 things, and yeah, I'll be looking forward to another VOD. Thanks for submitting VODs.